Hey, what up, everybody?
What up?
How you doing out there? Us too.
That's right.
Definitely. Hey, folks, if you don't know Stephanie Lee, Lady Redneck,
Yeah.
you should. How are you doing?
Fabulous. How the heck are you?
I'm doing good, doing real good.
Yeah.
So great to actually finally get to meet you and talk to you. I'm pretty stoked. So you are a young lady, grew up in a small town in Idaho called Howe. Population 23 people.
Yeah.
And was it like 8 of them, like your family?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
So who was the other family that you guys battled with while you were in town?
It was a family called the Pan Carries.
I love it. I love
it. Oh my gosh. So literally 2 families in
Yep,
this town.
that's it. We're here. Yep, that's right. That is so cool. So when you were 12, you moved to a little bit bigger of a city of like 27 people in Idaho Falls.
No, I moved to Idaho Falls and there's like 70,000-ish people.
Oh,
so
yeah. It's a whole totally different.
Big culture shock, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I want to ask, because what I know is you're a multi-instrument artist. What was the first instrument that I mean, was it like the recorder in 2nd grade like everybody else, or what was it that kind of got you going?
Come on, Farley.
So when I was 6, I started taking piano and guitar. So
at the same time, that's cool.
Yeah. So it was the piano mostly. I was taking guitar from my dad. He's a really good teacher. He goes by the guitar guy. And I guess I started becoming such a know-it-all. He said he wasn't going to teach me anymore.
Uh-oh.
It taught me a really valuable lesson at a young age, which was probably good for me to learn. So, because he's awesome and I can always learn from him. So.
Your Lady Redneck, is you said he's the guitar guy, but why isn't he the guitar redneck?
That's a good question.
That'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just not quite rednecky enough. I'm not sure.
There you go.
That works. That works. Now, with you being in the bands, was it now? Excuse me if I get this wrong, because I got like 27 different things going through my head, and that happens sometimes. Dirty Boots was the name of the family band, right?
Yeah.
Dusty Boots, yeah.
Dusty Boots.
Dusty, yeah.
That was good though.
Sorry.
That's okay.
With Dusty Boots, you're basically a bass guitarist, or were you doing every instrument with your pops and the whole family, or?
So we basically, part of what our show, well, we had a whole bunch of different shows because we did fair circuits, weddings, corporate events. And so depending on what the occasion was, we had to have different shows. So we did, country, bluegrass, rock. We had, we would do pep assemblies. So we'd have to do a lot of rock and, just different things. So part of what our show was that we all rotated instruments and we all would be playing a song, and halfway through we'd switch them and, just.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. But you know what? What I found out is this band, you guys sold a whole bunch of CDs.
Yeah, we did. We did really well.
40,000 or something like that?
40,000, yeah.
That's a few thumbs up.
That's nothing to shake a stick at. That's really good. And that's a family band. So you decided to go out on your own. Was that based on the move that you moved away from the family, and you wanted to keep going, or?
It kind of was, I'd gotten married, and my sisters got married, and I'd moved to Texas, and so they're all still up in Idaho. They're kind of moving on with their families and stuff, and I'd never recorded any music that I'd written, and so we'd always done cover songs or done songs my dad had written, and so I'm down here by myself down in Texas, and just kind of thought, I wonder what would happen if I recorded one of the songs I wrote, and so that's kind of how it started. I recorded it, and at the time I didn't have any social media really, and so, but I shared it on social media, and it just kind of took off from there, so that's how it all got started.
When we talk about your social media, you're on Facebook, and you have a very large following, which is fantastic.
Like 1 trillion people, that's all.
But I noticed that I think a lot of the drive is that you're approachable on your social media, that you interact with them on a daily basis. Is that kind of your little keys? Is that you're you're trying to have a conversation with your fans on a regular basis?
Yeah, I feel like I haven't done as good of a job on that lately. But yeah, so because I'm an independent artist and I've chosen not to sign with a label, I made my fans be my label. And so literally they are the ones that they'll set up gigs. I crowdfund each month and they pay for me to record a song. Like everything happens kind of because of them. And so I try to let them be like literally be a part of my music. Like I'll ask questions about different songs I write or what I should record, and they're a huge part. Like I would not be where I am without them. So I definitely try to interact with them and let them be a part of it because they are a huge part of it. So
have you written a song about your fans?
No, I haven't. That's a good idea.
Does that sound cool?
That'd be a cool idea.
There you go. You could put a little, whatever the Robin Chris credited.
Yeah. Idea by these bums. What up with it?
I obviously looked up some stuff, and one thing that really stood up to me was you have a personal mantra, and it's 100% faith, no fear, no excuses, no exceptions. Can you kind of explain that and how that kind of was developed and how that really played a part in your life?
Yeah, I am so impressed you found that. I came up with that in college, and I don't know, I just felt like there's always a reason why something isn't going to work out. There's always a reason. You'll always have an excuse and I just think that I guess I just want to live like my life 100% and just give it everything I've got and don't let those excuses come in the way. And so, yeah, I came up with that, and I'm just trying to always live by that.
I love that. And you're also very patriotic, obviously, behind there. So with just the past weekend and stuff, what was something that you really felt that you set out about in the ways of what we, the September 11th celebration?
Yeah, so for I actually was fighting off a cold, and so I haven't been out as much, and so I wanted to make sure and just do a big, to at least get on and do a live Facebook, live Instagram, because I just didn't want to miss the opportunity to say thank you to all of our soldiers and talk about our country, and especially with, I feel like right now there's a lot of loud voices, but I don't think it's the majority, and so I just feel this huge responsibility to stand up and talk about what our country was founded on and talk about our morals and talk about our freedoms, and because I know so many people believe that way, but there's loud voices that make it sound like we're small, and it's not like that, and I'm so grateful for, like our soldiers. They deserve so much praise, and I mean the sacrifices that they make, they don't get enough credit. We should be doing so much for our soldiers, and to me our Constitution is sacred, and so some of the things that they're saying right now about the wordage in our Constitution, like I don't agree with that, and so I just felt like September 11th was a great time to talk about when we all came together as a nation and talk about how strong we are, and just kind of remind everybody. So I didn't want to miss out on that opportunity to get on there and just like strengthen each other, because I think the more of us that shout it out and remind people, like it'll help strengthen all of us just to know, yeah, there's a lot of us that actually feel this way and we don't like a lot of what's going on. So
yeah,
no, I get it. I like it. I like it. So when I hear you, for some reason I hear a little Loretta Lynn. That just kind of what I hear. Who are some of your musical influences?
And that's so funny that you say Loretta Lynn. I haven't ever been told that, but I do have a really like simple, country, like old classic country feel to a lot of my music, so that kind of doesn't surprise me. But everything, because I like all genres of music, it's just funny because you'd have to ask me almost from which genre. But with country, it would definitely be like Shania Twain and Dolly Parton and just some of the ladies that have country that are just awesome, and yeah, just some of them for sure.
So you're also like a huge Slipknot fan and and Metallica fan in there, and we got some of that influence, right?
Of course.
Yes, exactly. I think
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah, him too. Why not? Let's just roll those dice in there. Might as well.
Yeah.
Did you see her singing her song and then she busts into a rap?
Oh yeah.
That would be
sipping
so
on gin and juice,
Oh,
laid back with my mind on my money and my. Sorry. Anyway, I was having a moment there. Those happen. Let me tell you.
So you had mentioned in college some stuff, but you went there to study violin and opera.
Well, you got to give a shout out to BYU Idaho Falls.
Right.
Heck
But
yeah.
you went to study violin and opera. That, how did you decide that was where you wanted to go? You're a bass player, that, right? That's a big part of you play a lot of instruments, guitar and all that, but I know that bass is a big thing, but violin and opera, what drew you to that? That's so interesting.
So my main instrument in the band was actually the violin or the fiddle. Bass is what I played up in my college band, and I always did play bass, but it wasn't like my main thing.
Yeah, okay.
So violin, I'd grown up playing since 4th grade, and I just had, just kind of progressed it into college. And the opera part came about just because one of our family friends was this amazing opera singer, and so I had taken lessons from him and just kind of continued the classical training that way. So, and I think too, I mean, I've had singing lessons from other different genre, musicians and stuff, but he was probably the most influential for me,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny, but.
No, I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
So, yeah.
Definitely, I like it.
Yeah.
So now, you go from the semi-big town of Idaho Falls, and you go down to Texas. Now, I know I'm going to butcher this one for sure. Salida, Texas?
Yeah, Salina. Wow.
I said it right. Yes.
Not right either.
So you go from 70,000 back down to 1,000.
So it's not that small. It's actually like on the tip of Dallas, but I actually lived in a couple of other places in between. So it wasn't straight here.
All right.
So, but it's like basically like 30 minutes north of Dallas. So you just go on the tollway and you're like in the city. So it's like, it's actually a really great place because you're like, I've got the city, but I've got a country feel still for a little bit longer. So
the burbs, the country burbs, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I like it. That should be a song.
The country burbs.
Now all these ideas are coming to you.
Dude, you're on fire today.
Oh yeah.
Dab on that.
Bam!
Oh my goodness. Well, I've never dabbed. That was the first time I ever dabbed. I know. Anyways, so back to your old hometown where you grew up, where the Hatfields and McCoys. Were you living on a farm or like, because it's just, yeah. So like, how far did you go away to school? Did you do school at home, or I'm sorry to go way back.
Hold on, time out. You
realize there's like a 5 questions.
She tells her kids that uphill both ways in the snow. That's right?
Pretty close.
Okay, good. All right.
So I lived on a dairy farm and like rode horses a lot. Like my dad was really into horses, so we grew up like being in the rodeo and riding horses and doing that fun, doing all that stuff. But there's actually a school in our town, but it had people that came from like other parts too. So we had 60 kids in our school.
Triple the size of the town during school.
Yeah.
Whoa. My goodness.
It only went up to 6th grade, and then you had to take a bus to go to another town to go to like junior high. So
yeah. And that was like 74 miles away?
It was only like 35.
Oh, that's all,
Yeah, just 35.
Not that bad. Right.
Yeah,
so what part of Idaho is that? Was it very north state? Or?
No, it's like southeast Idaho.
Oh, southeast. Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
So she went west right? If I'm not mistaken, Idaho Falls would be west of that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Idaho Falls actually it's a little bit east of where I was at. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So your first single, "Love Me Baby."
Yeah.
2015.
Uh-huh.
Tell me what was that written for? Who was that written for?
Okay, you know what's so funny? Like, okay, all of my you guys. Okay, so I would just say my husband for sure, but basically this song was really, really different because I was actually kind of going through a little bit of a trial in my life, and I was like super stressed. I wasn't sleeping at all, and so instead of sleeping, I would write songs in the middle of the night. And one night, like the song came to me word for word, the chord progressions. I knew how it was supposed to sound, like as fast as I could write it out. Like literally, I just knew the song. It was like it was already written, and I just had to like write it out.
Yeah.
And so I decided to read that one just because I felt like it must be like a gift from God or something, because it was just like it came to me. Like I didn't have to try, I didn't have to anything. I already knew everything about it. So I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I really liked the song, so I decided to put that one out, and it ended up actually winning like a songwriting contest too, and it got on some countdowns, and yeah, so I think it was a good one to start with. So
yeah, I like it.
And then where are you going from here? Like, what's
Yeah.
the next? What's coming up next? What's new? What's before we have to end the show? We want to kind of find out where we're going next.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you what, you can come to California because we do have horses and cows here. So you
oh
can come
yeah.
this way. So you're more than welcome to come visit. But where are you heading?
That's so funny. So I've got another song. I've got a song. Actually, I've got a couple songs like getting ready to come out, and one of them I'm really excited about. I'm actually doing, and I haven't even announced this, but I'm doing a combination of The Devil Went Down to Georgia mixed with the Thunder Rolls, mixed with AC/DC Thunderstruck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you heard it here, folks.
Oh my gosh.
What up?
You just turned lifetime fans.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
That sounds brilliant.
Brilliant.
Oh my God.
That's
That's taking it a whole nother level than what you've been doing. So I really love that.
I can't
I'm
wait.
so excited about it. I can like hardly stand it. I'm going to be announcing it officially in a couple of days, and I think it's going to be like it sounds so crazy cool. It's like going to be one of my favorite songs that I've done. I'm like so excited.
Well, you know what? If you need background vocals for any of your music,
Yeah?
we're not.
Oh.
But anyway, we love you. You're awesome.
Hey, where can everybody find you at? We'll put it down here, up there, over there. Just give it a shout out. Let's go.
Yeah. So obviously Spotify is always great, and then I've got a couple websites like ladyredneck.org.
Okay.
And I've got ladyredneckmusic.com. So you can hear that. You can find me on Reverb Nation. You can find me on Amazon, Deezer, like just basically everywhere. I'm just, just look up Lady Redneck. So yeah,
like
definitely check it out.
That's cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you
And
so much.
You know, Spotify.
Oh my goodness.
By Anchor.
Anchor by Spotify.
Anchor
our
by
podcast
is our
folks.
sponsors.
Yes, they are. They love us.
So we don't want to forget that as well. So
Definitely. How can we forget?
She's amazing. I love her. I'm
know.
excited about this new song.
I know.
It got me all energized and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
That's
And then
awesome.
I've written another song that's coming out right after that I'm a little nervous about.
Nah, no.
Because it's called Don't Try to Take Our Guns. And
Okay.
I like it.
Go for it.
I like it.
And it's got a lot of attitude in it, and I know that there's going to be some really upset people, but I'm doing it anyway. So
You know what? You got to do you.
I do.
You know what? And you do that just fine. So don't worry about it. Be who you are.
Yeah.
Chris is a big gun supporter. He carries his guns everywhere. You can buy a ticket to the gun show.
Awesome.
And no, but honestly, be you, do you. That's what people need to be, is be you. Don't, be real. Everybody's got this fake thing going on right now. And honestly, that marketing of that is it's kind of old, and I'm tired of it. You being you and being real, I appreciate that.
I do too, and I think that's such a blessing not to be signed with a label, because I can. Like, I don't have anybody saying, no, you can't do that. So
I hear you. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
it
That's
is
pretty
nice.
awesome. I like it.
Yeah.
It is so nice. Yeah.
And what I like is you're definitely for your fans.
That's true.
That's the best part about the everything, in my opinion, at least.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, like I literally wouldn't be able to do what I do without their help. So it's awesome.
Well, we'd like to say thank you.
Yes, very
We
much.
greatly appreciate you for coming on, and we can't wait. This episode will probably come out in a few days, after the few days, because of the few days. So therefore, it'll be just quite a few days. So that will be released by then, and we'll be able to hear it.
Oh
And
my
I
gosh.
can't wait.
Yes, I'm gonna wait.
Oh my God,
I
yes.
can't wait. Go
I
ahead.
know. I want to hear
No
it
sneak
now,
peek?
though.
Wait, what? Can you sing like a line? Oh, we put her on the spot.
Oh, we got her.
We got her.
No, not yet. We got to wait a couple of days for the couple of days. Therefore, it'll be a few days. So that's what will
Okay,
happen.
awesome. Yeah, cool.
Like, whatever.
Hey, Stephanie, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate you. What up,
What
folks?
up?
Thanks for joining us. Have a great night and a better tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate it a lot.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.